Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and welcome to Choice of Life Middle Ages 2, a game all about choices and how the decisions you make can send you down different paths in your life. So we play as a character in the Middle Ages, and we'll end up in a particular situation, and we'll have a big choice to make, and then the game will take us down different routes depending on those choices. Some might be good choices, where we end up with lovely cake, and others might be bad choices, where we end up being brutally murdered to death with a big axe or whatever. And death is quite a big part of this game. We can indeed die, and on the Steam store page it does almost proudly declare that there are 99 ways to die, which does sound like the title of a Bond film, but hopefully we won't happen across quite that many. I mean, ideally we'll happen across entirely no ways to die, because that will be quite good, but you know, we'll see how we get on. It does look very lovely, this game, as well. It's got very pretty artwork going on, and if it does look and sound a bit familiar, we did play the original Choice of Life Middle Ages back in 2020. As always, if you're interested, there is a link to the Steam store page in the video description below, so you can go and check the game out and wishlist it and all that kind of stuff. And we did get a key for this from the devs, which is wonderful, so a huge big thank you to them. But anyway, here we go, let's dive in and live a medieval life. Okay, I think we're beginning with a little bit of poetry, courtesy of that jester there. The North and the South were allies until war for the throne in the South did arise. Okay, so allies and arise, sort of rhymes, I suppose. We'll let you off with that one. The King of the North didn't waste his time. He took their lands and did a crime. Oh, we don't like it when people do crimes. Okay, so the South had a little bit of infighting, a little bit of a civil war possibly going on, and then the North thought, do you know what, brilliant, we're going to go and take that land for ourselves. Okie doke, right, so not very good from the King of the North there, if they were supposed to be friends. No joy was bought by such a deed, it only fueled the nobles' greed. They wanted to conquer all the Southlands, but the king soon regretted the blood on his hands, as he quite rightly should. So there is the King of the North looking a little bit vexed, shall we say, and lots of angry people around him, lots of angry nobles by the look of it. That's how the king's life has now come to an end, poisoned by southerners, or perhaps one of his friends. Oh, right, so the king is very dead. The king is very dead indeed. Fortunately, there was still an heir left in the royal family, a newborn babe safe in the castle. You, actually. Oh, so we're not starting out as a kind of a peasant-y person this time round. We're not starting out, out in the fields, doing farming or anything like that, being a lowborn. We're starting out as kind of, the royal family. Oh, you were born into a royal family, but you're only a few months old. You can't rule just yet. Okay, so here we have our first choice. Grow faster or sleep calmly. Okay, we've got three kind of hearts across the top. They represent our sort of life, I suppose. Of course, like any kind of game, if they go down to 0, then it's game over, and we experience one of the 99 lovely ways to die in this game. I think we shall sleep calmly. I don't like the look of that. That looks like a lot of bother. A lot of shouting and effort going into that one. That looks quite nice. Sleep calmly. We'll have a nice little sleep. Indeed, you're luckier than 99% of people. A few months have passed. You've begun to crawl confidently through your chambers. Shiny objects and bright fabrics are everywhere. How do you react to this? Okay, so get used to the lifestyle of a monarch or play modestly. I mean, we wouldn't understand if we're a few months old that we would be a monarch. We wouldn't get that. So I think we just play with the fun things. What are we going to do with that? What are we going to do with this? This is boring. This is fun. Boring kind of fancy chalice made of shiny stuff that we don't care about. Or rocking horse. We're going to play modestly on the rocking horse. You climbed into the closet and press some kind of lever. An entire day later, hungry and covered in rat bites, you find your way out of the secret corridor. Okay, so we lost one of our hearts because we trapped ourselves in some sort of secret corridor. Go us, brilliant. You have learned to walk and are quietly playing your chambers when suddenly a servant picks you up. You are taken to a big crowded room. You assume it is a ceremony which you don't want to attend at all. Okay, so we could do a little bit of an airborne toxic event and do a bit of windy boppins. We could mumble grumpily, or we could take a closer look at the crowd. Do you know what? Who's there? Let's have a little look around, shall we? A jester leans toward you and tells you to guess where he got his scars. Now you have nightmares. Oh, okay, so the first bit of damage we took was physical damage, sort of hunger and rat bites. This bit was psychological damage. Okay, so we're another heart down already. You are placed on the throne. Soon a thin mustachioed gentleman approaches you and kneels down in front of you. Pull his moustache or ignore him. We're going to pull his moustache. Of course we are. We're a child, and we're going to see that and think, ooh, brilliant, yoink, and we're going to pull that thing. The man couldn't escape your iron grip. He was stuck there for a long time, and you managed to pull out a few hairs. Hooray, go us! I am Victor, your highness. Oh yeah, you do have a good moustache. I'll run the affairs of the kingdom until you come of age. Gaga or boo-boo? Gaga, obviously, Gaga. You were trying to speak, but the servants misunderstood. They thought you were hungry and began to feed you. We've got a heart back. That's quite useful. Your highness does not yet understand. This is natural, since you are so young. We will begin training soon, and I will teach you all about royal affairs. Okay, so have a rest, or watch Victor. Let's have a rest. We're probably quite tired from doing that whole ceremony thing and pulling at that guy's moustache. Let's have a little rest, shall we? You've grown tired of this man's clever speeches. You promptly fall asleep. Okay. Several years have passed. You've grown up well. You can read and even write. Today's your 13th birthday. Crikey, many years have passed. And you are free to do whatever you want. Okay, so demand candy, demand toys, have a party. Do you know what? That looks quite fun. That looks quite fun there. This sort of ye olde medieval Captain America here. Let's get one of these. Let's demand some toys, please. That could be quite fun. Oh, okay, hang on. We've picked up a title. That's exciting. So we've received the title Future Commander. You decide to play battle with your tin soldiers. Your hand slipped, sending one of the spearmen flying straight into your eye. Ow. Okay, so we've picked up the Future Commander skill. What does that do? First battle scars. Oh, so there's a whole list of sort of collectible things and skills and items and everything else. Okay. Right, so Future Commander, but we did have a toy sticking out of our face. Your Highness, you will soon take the throne, and you have a lot left to learn before that day comes. Please come to class. But it's my birthday today. Go, or get away from me, I'm busy. No, I think we need to kind of do this properly. We don't want to rule a kingdom badly, because then we're not going to be in charge very long, because people are going to get grumpy, and then, come and murder us. So let's go to class. You follow Victor to the Royal Library. Okay, before we begin, please wear this ring. It is a symbol of your royalty. Every member of the royal family has to wear one. Okay, looks quite nice. Sort of, swirly shaped things, little kind of, what's that, like plants or sort of tree shoots coming out or whatever. Yeah, looks very nice. Item received, King's Signet Ring. A weighty triquetra ring? What's that? Triquetra. 3... something. I don't know what triquetra means. I need to go and do a spot of Googling. Hang on. Oh, there we go. I never knew that. So apparently, according to the internet, and the internet never lies and is always right, of course, that shape there is a triquetra, a triangular figure composed of 3 interlaced arcs. I never knew that had a name. There we go. I've learned something new today. So we now have a fancy King's Signet Ring with a triquetra on the front of it. Very nice indeed. Now, let's get started, says Victor. Today I'll teach you about the line of succession to the throne. By law, the throne will always be inherited by the eldest born male. You inherited the throne from your father, and the next in line is... ... So we can either then go, boring, or keep on listening. I think we might well want to keep on listening, because we're only 13 years old, so we clearly don't have anyone to take over from us. We don't have any eldest born males of any kind, because we're not old enough to have kids quite yet. So there is, a successor somewhere. We don't know who it is. There is somebody who's next in line, and they're likely to be a bit older than us. And if they are, they might possibly try to murder us a bit to then take over the throne for themselves. So I think we keep listening to maybe identify who could possibly be a little bit of a threat. Okay, one of your older aunts came to the library. Her name is Beatrice. Okay, hello Beatrice. Let's watch what happens. Victor, Victor, Victor. Do not overload the head... Oh, it's Beatrice speaking. Right, okay. Victor, Victor, Victor. Don't overload the head of our future king. Our lordship has a feast scheduled today, and the hunt will begin soon. Let him play in the garden for a while. Okay, so we can leg it out of there. We can stay and listen, or we can thank our aunt. Okay, let's thank our auntie. Although possibly, is she next in line? Is she being nice to us and then she's going to, pounce and kill us or whatever? Thank you, auntie. Oh, how sweet, and well-mannered our future ruler is. Okay, and then we just leg it straight out of there. Okay, ways are opened, and we can go to the garden. Okay, so now I have a map. Right, okay, so we are just there. Oh, there we are, look. There's a little kind of character of us, and we can zoom out to this level, and we can have a little look around. Okay, so yeah, that's where I thought we'd be starting. I thought we would start out there in the fields, enjoying peasanty life, growing cabbages and having a splendid time. But no, we're over here as a noble. There is a sort of a monster type thing over there, whatever that might be. Okay, so we can go to the garden. That's our next next location that we can travel to. What's that telling us? Oh, right, that's open. Okay, so we can head over to the garden, or we kind of scoot round. That's quite fun. Okay, so here we are in the garden. It looks very pretty. A young child is running around in the garden. You've met him before. This is Aunt Beatrice's son. Okay, so that would be our cousin then. Okay, so spend time alone, play with the child. We have to be a bit careful. Let's hope this child isn't a bit rough with us, because if they are, we might possibly end up a bit dead. Let's play with the child. Hello, cousin. Mummy said we should be friends. Let's play knights. Okay, so let's play another game or all right. Do you know what? Knight sounds fun. Let's play knight, shall we? You run around the garden looking for the best weapon to use to beat Alexander. Okay, choose a broom, choose a branch, or choose a guard. Just bring an actual person to boop him on the head with a big sword or whatever. Okay, how about we don't do that? That seems a little bit cheaty. How about, a branch. That branch has got some particularly vicious pointy bits on it. It's got some quite sharp thorns. Maybe we'll pick, but then, however, hang on. If we don't pick the branch, if we pick, say, the broom, Alexander might pick the branch and then poke our other eye out or whatever, and then we'll be dead. How about we choose the branch? Let's go for that. Oh, okay. Okay. Right, grabbing a thorny branch was not the best idea. Moreover, it couldn't reach as far as Alexander's broom. Alexander won this fight. Right, okay, so we couldn't really reach it, so we damaged ourselves there, and then he did bop us on the head with the broom. So my logic was slightly flawed there with the spiky bits. Okay, so we're dead. Now, when we did this last time, something really weird happened when we died. Your gloriously heroic path ended before it even began. Wow, you're bad at this. Okay. That's in the previous one. When the the original game, I suppose, there was a mysterious kind of thing that happened when you've died and you were sort of in this weird limbo world. But no, in this it goes, nope, you messed that up, back you go. Okay, let's play with him then. Right, so attempt 2, we've got back to 1 heart again. We'll play knights. We're going to choose the broom. Let's pick the broom. You hit Alexander with the broom several times. After you hit him in the eye, he surrenders. Okay, there we go. Look, there is a kitty, says Alexander. Okay, watch what happens. Alexander ran behind some trees and disappeared from view. So be it. Or search. No, we'll have a search. We'll have a look around. You wander through the bushes at random until you bumped into Alexander with your foreheads. Okay, we're not dead though, so that's quite good. It's a bad kitty. It scratched me. What? Alexander screamed and ran into the castle. Out of the bushes, a little cat calmly stepped, looking up at you. Bad kitty or pet the cat. Okay. And the cat looks okay. It looks okay. I fear that I want to pet the cat, but I have a sneaking suspicion that the cat is going to scratch our head off or something. We're going to pet the cat and we might possibly die again. Oh no, it's fine. You lean over to pet the cat when suddenly she started speaking. Okay. Right you are. Yes, right there. Just like that. Says Serpentine the cat. A talking cat? Yes, I am a cat and my name is Serpentine, but where are your manners? That was very rude. Introduce yourself. You announce that you are the prince, but the cat didn't seem impressed. Nice to meet you, prince. Well. Are you magical, or what are you doing here? Clearly the cat is magical. Clearly, because cats don't traditionally talk. Also, amazing colour, cat. That's fantastic. And look at the ears, they're majestic. What are you doing here? Serpentine ignored your question. So you are the prince. Then you should know where the royal library is. I would really appreciate it if you could escort me there, your grace. Okay, what for? Or of course, what for? Why do you need to go to the library? I'm looking for a very rare book. It is so rare that only the king can own it. Okay, what do I get for helping you, mysterious talking cat? Because we'd like to get something out of this. Can you teach us something? I don't know. What you're going to give us? I've been in this garden for a few days now, and people here like to talk. It's very likely that you're in danger. I'll tell you more if you take me to the library. Okay, lead Serpentine. Okay, so now we can go to the library. Okay, so where is that? Whereabouts is the library? Oh, there. Right, that's the library. Okay, so go to the next flag. So head over here. into the library with us. You open the library door and enter the building along with the talking cat. Serpentine began to look at the spines of the books as if reading them. Okay, so wait, or you can read too. I mean, if the cat's looking for a book, we're going to assume that it can read, so let's just wait then. You heard footsteps from behind you, and Serpentine darted behind a bookshelf to remain out of sight. The footsteps belonged to Victor. Okay, hello Victor. There you are, Your Grace. The preparations for the royal hunt have already begun. It is time for you to experience this wonderful tradition. Okay, I don't want to, or great. I think maybe if we get out of the way, then that might mean the library's a bit emptier, because everyone's out on the royal hunt having a lovely time. So, purple Catface can go and look around the library and do what they need to do, and then I imagine they'll meet us later. We'll bump into them later at some point. Yeah, okay, let's go on a royal hunt, shall we? Then you should get ready, Your Lordship. The retinue will hit the road soon. Okay, so put on some fabulous boots. A servant dressed you in a bright frock coat and leather boots. Oh yes, bright frock coat. I like the sound of that. Shortly after, you're on the forest road. You were even allowed to ride a horse by yourself, though it was led by the bridle. Can we please get some more hearts? I feel so afraid. Right, gallop. Nearly an hour later, you reach the edge of the forest, a well-known hunting ground for wild boars. What could possibly go wrong? The Margrave, I assume that's a person who's with us. I don't know, some sort of official title person. The Margrave managed to shoot down several birds with just one arrow. He's clearly showing off. He grabbed a spear next, ready to hunt a wild boar. His display of skill has piqued your interest, and now you also want to hunt. Ask for a bow, ask for a spear. Ask for a bow, because the bow means we can be further away with our one single remaining heart. Ha ha ha, you are still too young, Your Grace. Just watch for now. Then why did you force me to join, or agree? Joe, why do you force me to join? Don't listen to this old man, little one. Let me show you how real men hunt. No offence, Victor. Okay, so we could go with Abathor here, or we could obey Victor. What do we do? Do you know what? Let's go with this chappie. Let's just rebel a bit against Victor. We're 13. We're going to rebel a little bit. So let's go and do what we like. You can't tell us what to do. Victor grumbled, but you insisted that you wanted to learn how to hunt. Soon you and the Margrave went far from the retinue. Okay, so the Margrave is like the lead hunter or something, I guess. Got you. Quiet now. He's there behind the bushes. Now watch and learn. Okay, so we're going to target that wild boar there. The Margrave let out a war cry and rushed at the boar with his spear at the ready. The boar began to flee. In a moment, both were out of sight. Okay, so we now stood on our own in the woods. You were left alone. There was nothing around you but trees. You can hear birds singing. Run after him. Return to the retinue. Oh dear. I'm tempted to just go back to the retinue. He ran off. Can we tell this guy off, please? He left us on our own. Do we know where he went? If we can see where he went, but then potentially what could happen is if he's chased the ball round and they've gone, and done a sort of a 180, we could be running toward him. The ball could run toward us, and then the ball could kill us. Let's return to the retinue. Your attacker shove a bag over your head and drag you along. Okay, right. Look at the background. We have actually got a bag over our head. That's quite cool. Resist or call for help. I think calling for help might be a good idea. Let's try and call for help. You've been kicked several times with an iron boot, including in the face. The urge to make noises is gone. I think this is him. Check his hand. Has he got the ring? Hey, what ring? Guards! Item removed. King's signet ring. You felt hands slide into the bag and roughly grab your hand, squeezing your fingers. All you could see was some sort of fish tattoo before the hand was gone again. Yeah, that's him. Finish him. Take his rags and throw the body into the ravine. Go on, get out of here already. Try to stand up. Okay, skill learned. Scar. The sackcloth was pierced by a powerful prick of the blade and severely wounded your face. You bleed and pass out. Oh, so we've got a scar now. Hey, what the hell is that? Hey, drop him and help me. Lay dead. Okay, so we're going to pretend to be dead. That's quite a good idea. Catface. Hello, Catface. Are you awake now, Your Grace? Where am I? Or where are the assassins? Okay, where are the assassins? A couple of angry trolls came out of the forest and attacked them. They fled. Where am I? In the forest where you were before. It's just dark now. Okay, so we've just been lying here. Come to our senses. Right, so we're not in a good way. Oh, Okay, so even though we've been stabbed in the face, we've managed to get our health back. You washed yourself in the stream and tasted the berries that Serpentine stubbornly rubbed against. By some miracle, you began to feel 3 times better. Okay, that's good. That's good news. No one around except crickets and Serpentine. You feel lonely and decide to turn to the cat. Hang on, do we have a new thing in here? Have we got a new thing? Skills, a scar. The killer's left an ugly scar on your face. It's hard to recognise the former prince in you. It's just a scar. It can't look too different, surely. Okay, where did the trolls come from? Who were the assassins? Yeah, who were the assassins? Their armour looked expensive. They did not look like bandits from the main road. They looked rather more mercenaries. Oh yeah, and everyone had blue capes. This is someone I know, or it must be the Southerners. I mean, I don't know for sure. I don't know. Do the Southerners wear blue capes? I don't know. This is someone I know. Let's go down that route. Serpentine shrugged. Or maybe you imagined it. I don't know. I must ask, are you going to lie here and ask questions all night? The assassins are gone, but there are other dangers in this forest. You're right. Let's go back to the castle. Okay, so ways are open. Edge of Forest Castle Gate. The library is now closed. Okay. Oh, hang on. We're now out in the world itself. Look at that. The map's quite big now. Oh, look. Is that the Southlands? So the south is more sort of deserty and the north is more foresty. Okay, yeah, and there's a bit of a crossover here. Look. Oh, look. Oh, that's quite exciting. I'd like to go over there and see what it looks like in the south bit. That'd be fun. Castlegate, edge of... Oh, what's the edge of the forest? That's where we just came from, I imagine. So we must have just come from the edge of the forest. Or is it, can we go back to the edge of the forest? What's at the edge of the forest? You wander after Serpentine until dawn. When you find yourself at the familiar edge of a forest, you feel like stopping and taking a break. Okay, take a deep breath, look around, keep your ears open. Let's keep our ears open. Can we hear anything? You can hear the singing of birds and the rustling of leaves on the trees. Somewhere in the distance, you hear peasants yelling and laughing. Their work in full swing. Under that, you can hear something similar to the clanging of armour. Okay, that can't be good. Your Majesty, if they were trying to kill you, they might come to finish the job. It might be worth hiding for a while, says Catface. Okay, you're right. Let's hide, possibly. You heard some voices coming from further up the road. Serpentine jumped into the bushes to stay out of sight. Okay, someone is coming. It may be the assassins. Your instincts tell you to run or hide. Run into the forest. Hide in the bushes. Absolutely. Oh, crikey. Not thorns again. You jump into the nearest bush. It turns out it's covered in thorns. A very nasty hideout. Okay, right. So far, our main enemy hasn't been people. It's been plantation. It's been sharp vegetation. Okay, fine. Eventually, you manage to fall asleep in spite of the horrible itching. Fall asleep or stay awake. Kind of feel like we should stay awake a little bit. Before darkness covers absolutely everything, you see several men in armour hastily emerge from the forest. Whether they are guards or assassins is unclear. You have a whole night ahead of you. You think of what you can do to keep yourself awake. Play with the tree needles? No, because we're going to hurt ourselves on those, and that's going to probably kill us. Dance or sing one of your favourite songs. I think singing might be a poor choice because people are going to hear us and possibly come and, do a murder at us. How about doing a little dance? That might be quite fun. Oh, okay. A new thing. You're gracefully performing a dance around a bush. Imaginary spectators are applauding, and you notice green eyes watching you from a neighbouring bush. Okay, so creative mind. You're very creative. Although the things you create are not very good. That's a bit harsh. Game, come on, that's a bit mean. It feels like quite a bit of time has passed. You're thinking about what else you can do. Come up with a game or count some trees. Let's come up with a game. That'll be fun. How about a card game where you play as a king and make choices which decide the fate of the kingdom? That would be a good idea. Someone should definitely make that. As the sun rises, you can hear the clanking of armour from nearby. A minute later, a large squadron of guards comes into the forest, stopping near the bush you're behind. Okay, so slip away, go up to the guards or listen in. Let's listen in, because if they're looking for us, that's fine. But if they're not looking for us, then we can maybe assume they're bad guys. The guards have been discussing at length how big the cook's bottom is. Eventually they change topics to something that actually sounds useful. Okay, what? We've been looking for 2 days. I don't think he's alive, says the guard. Right, they are talking about us. The guards leave and you're alone again. Ah, right, edge of the forest is done. Right, go to the castle gates then, because that's our only choice. A line of boys are gathered in front of the castle. Many of them look, suspiciously, a lot like you. Oh, are people trying to claim that they're us, and then try and get into power? Okay, find out what's going on. Wait in line. I just have a question. Okay, I just have a question. Ow. The crew members are glaring daggers at you. One of them punches you in the mouth. We're down... Really? We're terrible at this. Are you the smartest one? Says badass. Okay, go to the end of the line. Yes, I'm the prince. If we say yes, I'm the prince, is he going to punch us to death again? I think possibly. Do we just bide our time, go to the end of the line, and just patiently wait? Because we've been out in the woods for a while. We did a bit of dancing. We could have sorted stuff out. So let's just bide our time and get to the end of the line. You walk off to the back of the line to the hooting of your peers. You've been standing in the scorching sun for several hours. You are terribly thirsty. Okay, get a drink from the stream or suffer. We might have to get a drink from the stream, because I think if we suffer, we're going to lose our heart and we're going to die. Get a drink. When you come back, a dozen new guys took your place. You had to go back to the end. Suffer. Okay, after several hours you see a boy badly beaten leaving the castle. What happened? That's a good question. The guard found out that I was lying. Why did you lie? You shouldn't lie then. Yeah, indeed, you shouldn't lie then. He told us to go away, but slightly more colourfully, and left. Okay, it's finally your turn. You see the captain of the guard, Torek, step forward. Torek eyes you silently, raising a brow. Torek, it's me, Prince. The old warrior sighed heavily, nodding his head to the queue behind you. Another one, huh? I know you. Let me see Victor. I'm the real one. Let me see Victor. Let me see Victor. Victor will vouch that it's me. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to let some filthy peasant inside the castle. Prove you're the prince. Okay, you frantically try to prove that you're the real prince, but you're interrupted by a messenger bringing Torek a report. Victor ordered the guards to kick out any prince that didn't have the royal ring. Oh dear. Oh dearie me, we have got ourselves into a bit of a pickle here. Possibly we should have just stuck around in the library for a bit. Okay, listen in. Good. Finally we can end this charade. Do you have the signet ring, young man? I've got it. I lost it. Don't you recognise me, dummy? Okay. Well, if we say I've got it, then it's going to say, can I see it? And we're going to say no. I lost it. We'll be honest. Please move. You're blocking the castle road. When I find the ring you'll pay, wait at the entrance of the castle. Let's wait at the entrance and we'll try to get in when they're distracted. That's what we'll do. Stinky one. What? Why have we got to stay? I like the things on that. That's good. I like that sort of that coat of arms. You crossed your arms across your chest and stood under the wall of the castle. After a moment, a stinking mass plopped down on your head. Brilliant. Okay. We've got to go back into the forest. Right. This isn't going well, is it? A familiar purring voice comes from the nearby bushes. Turn around. You watch Serpentine lazily wash her face, looking at you with her bright, sparkling green eyes. Can you give us some health? No, not bad. I see you're still alive. What do you plan to do now, your grace? Ha ha, we reply. I won't be able to accompany you any further. You'll have to act on your own, but I can give you a hint. What? What do you want to know, your grace? Ask and I'll tell you. How can I find the ring? We have to catch the assassins. How will I be able to survive here? They're all good questions. Can you not, Magic Cat, who we let into a library and who kind of got us into this trouble, can you not tell us the answer to all three? I think we need to find the ring. We have to find the ring so I can get back into the castle to prove who I am. Surviving, there's water. We know there's some water and there's some berries or whatever. That's okay. We don't have to catch the assassins. I think it's more important we get the ring and then get back to the castle and say, there were some assassins, and then we can get actual royal guards out there. So how do I find the ring? Meow, your grace can't do it on your own. Check out the village nearby. Maybe find a good naive man who can help you. Okay, maybe. Indeed, one of the peasants should know this forest like the back of their hand. Well, your majesty, is that all you wanted to know? No, I have one more question. Oh, we can ask all of these. We have to catch the assassins. I remember that you were hunting with the Margrave. Maybe you should visit him. His lands are nearby. Okay, Aberthor. You're not even sure what the Margrave wasn't involved with your attempted murder, or that you can get into his lands to see him. Okay. And then I have one more question. How can I survive out here? Poor, pitiful prince. It is unlikely that one of the peasants will take you in. They have barely enough to feed themselves. However, you might try your luck up north at the academy. Okay, so what's next? If you manage to finish your studies in time and pass the exam, then you'll have a chance to meet with a former royal companion. Maybe he can help, though I wouldn't trust a mage. Okay, so surely somebody will recognise who we are. Yes, it'll take a long time. What can you do? At least you'll be relatively safe that way. What a great plan. Not or... I see. Okay. Well, your majesty, is that all you wanted to know? Perhaps. The cat gives you a grin before hiding behind a tree. Okay. Your head is bursting with thoughts and questions, but you don't have any more time to ask them. You hear the roar of a ferocious sounding animal from some nearby bushes and decide that it's time for us to go. Yeah, okay. That does make sense. So... we can either go to the bridge, which I think takes us north to the academy, is it? Okay, so we go north to the academy. We can go over here to the windmill, or we can go down here to the village. Okay, so they might be able to help us. The windmill, I don't know what that's going to do. That doesn't look good over there. That's a battlefield and they've got body shapes on it. Oh dear. What's that as well? There's a mysterious smoky tower just there. That's quite intriguing. Or do we go north up here and become some sort of wizard apprentice? Oh, I like that. That's an exciting castle there. Castle Spiky Top. I don't know. I don't know. What do we do? What's our best course of action? Head to the village and try and find somebody to help us. Go over here. I don't know what we do at the windmill. Get a job at the windmill or something? I'm not quite sure. Is that catch the assassins or something? I don't know. And that's sort of, that was the answer to survive out here, wasn't it? Go up north and go to the university learning place, where it was, the academy. Okay, right, what do we do? If I remember correctly, I think Purple Catface said that we'd be safest if we headed up here to the north and enrolled at the academy place. Because then, we've got a roof over our heads and we've got a big wall round us, if that's the academy, I'm not quite sure. But whatever the case, we'll be in a building of some kind rather than wandering around the woods where we might get mauled to death by an animal. So I think maybe let's head over to the bridge. Let's go to the bridge and see what's happening there. While wandering around the area, you happen upon an old stone bridge. Okay, cross the river or go back. Well, let's cross the river. Angry scolding comes from under the bridge. The sound grows, and it seems that the mean names are directed at you. Okay, go further or look under the bridge. We're not going to look under the bridge because something's going to come up and poke us in the eye and we're going to die. We're just going to go further. We're going to ignore it. You walked a few more meters and heard the words stupid and beggar. We're going to ignore that. There is a troll under the bridge. Okay, so Lord says, "Hey Ragamuffin, where are you going? Are you going to beg?" Don't reply, "I'm not a ragamuffin, I'm the prince." We've had quite a hard day. We're going to shout. We're going to shout at the little green thing. "And I think you're a poor dog." With these words, the creature launched a piece of mud at you. "We're already the stinky one. Mud is nothing." "The prince, you definitely got trouble with your head. Ah ha ha. You're dead. You've got problems." "Problems? I got problems." "No, I sure don't. But you're about to have them. Let's check. It's not me who's bothering you." Okay. Let's check. The creature let out a joyful cry and prepared to fight with you. Oh no! Spittle flying from his mouth, your enemy swings with his left hand. Hang on. So if he swings with his left, we could crouch, duck under, and then uppercut him. Let's crouch, shall we? You crouched and hit the... I went uppercut his chin, not boop him in that region. Okay, so we crouch and hit the enemy in the groin. Okay, your enemy sneaks up behind you, grabbing you with his hands. Relax or break his grip. Now, if we relax, we're just going to plop out of his grip and then we can spin round. So let's relax, look. You will lift into the air and then put carefully back onto the ground. The goblin grabbed a nearby log and swung it at you. Dodge or jump forward and knock down the goblin. Let's dodge out of the way. Dodge out the way, please. Oh, no. The dodge failed. The goblin noticed your trick and hit you in the head with a log. And we've died again. Your suffering is over, and so is your life. Okay, right, bridge. We're going to try again. We're going to do what we did before. Let's do what we did before. So, right, I'm the prince. Yep, okie dokie. You've got problems. Let's check. Right, so he's going to come and attack us. Oh, Right, it's different this time. It's different. Your foe began to jump up and down, trying to confuse you. Look away or kick it. Right, look away. Okay. You don't even know what hit you. Yes, you really died. It's okay. Even kings die eventually. Hey, do you know what? Let's go to the bridge. Oh, look, there's a thing under the bridge. How intriguing. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go and have a fight, and it's gonna be fine. Here we go. Let's check. Okay, right. Your foe swings wildly with his right hand, almost desperately. So move to the right. Hang on. So if he's swinging with his, I'm acting this out. If he's swinging with his right, if we move to our left, we're more likely to dodge out of his way. So move to the left. You missed a punch to jaw. Your teeth barely survived. Right, we're dead again. Yeah, okay, right. This bridge is very tricky. Well, I'm not going to give up now. We have to get past this bridge. I was going to say if it kills us, but it's killed us lots of times anyway. Right, here we go. Let's all fight the goblin. Your foe tries to kick you. Grab his leg, block his kick, or let's try and grab his leg, and then we can kind of swing him out of the way. Grab his leg. You don't have time to grab his leg and miss a blow, right? I think we know what's happening here. How about we cross the river and then go further, and then I'm a ragamuffin. Yeah, I'm not a ragamuffin, and then you've got problems, and then let's check, and then no, right. Okay, your foe lunged, flying at you. Dodge or roundhouse kick. Let's try a roundhouse kick. Nope. You didn't even have time to register what was happening or how you ended up on the ground. I kind of feel like maybe during this fight we have to take a point of damage. Possibly we should try something else. In alternate universe number 15 or whatever we're on, maybe we should look under the bridge. You noticed a barrel and some scattered playing cards when suddenly a hunched creature jumped out at you. Okay, right, let's try things differently, shall we? Hey, Ragamuffin, where are you going? Are you going to beg? Oh, okay, right, so we could have walked across the bridge, we looked under and we saw him earlier. Okay, don't reply this time. Are you deaf or do you have head problems? You're about to have problems. I am the prince. Okay, so he's laughing. You're dead. You've got problems. Oh, no. Problems. I got problems. No, I sure don't. But you're about to have them. It's not me who's bothering you. How smart he is. Look, you're a connoisseur of goblins or what? Get out of here. What happened? Is that all I had to do? Choose a different thing. You didn't have time to ask how the young man climbed onto the bridge. What? Finn, this fool didn't win playing cards. That's why he's angry. So you and the goblin were playing cards. Okay. Hi Finn, how are you? You're some kind of academic upstart. You conjured yourself good luck or blew some kind of potion just so you could win. You don't know how to play fair. What's going on? I'm so confused. I'm Finn, a student at the academy. I'm playing cards with this bum here. Look, I won this goblin's hat. It will come in handy in class later. A what hat? The academy. A what hat? A goblin's hat. A smelly grey mushroom with a thin stalk, just like Lord, haha, and then the academy. At the academy, yes, I studied there, but who are you? I'm the prince, none of your business. I'm looking for food and a place to stay. Yeah, that one. That sounds good. Well, let's see. Ripped up clothes, dirty face. You look like you crawled out of some ditch. I'm the prince and someone tried to kill me. I'm a peasant. And they sent someone to kill me. Let's be honest. Let's tell him up front. I think he might be our friend. I'm the prince and someone tried to kill me. You told the whole story except Serpentine. How are you still alive? I'm going to tell the truth. Let's do that. You told the boy how the talking cat saved you. A talking cat? I prepare potions to turn men into rats and vice versa, but I hadn't heard about cats before. Sit down, tell me more. Finish the story. I've got a heart back. You sat down under the bridge and told the story in full detail. Finn believed you. He even shared his supplies of dried fruits with you. Oh my goodness me, 2 hearts. Okay, there's nothing more I can do right now, but the academy will give you lodging for the night if you're useful. Callistratus may help you. Where can I find the academy? North of here. You'll see a high tower about half a day on the road. Navigate to it. That will be the academy. Okay, yeah, let's hit the road and head in that direction. So ways are opened. Academy. Oh, that's the academy there. Okay. Or burnt house. I mean, we're going past the burnt house. I think maybe we should pop in first and then head over to the academy after that, maybe. Some kind of creature is hunched over, collecting boards aligned with nails amongst the remains of a charred house. Its silhouette looks familiar to you somehow. Okay, move closer. Is it the goblin? Oh, you recognise Lord. Then you notice a small barrel next to him. Okay, so it's our goblin friend, who in various other alternate realities did kill us to death, but in this one he's sort of okay. What do you want? Haven't been beaten in a while. Do you want to fight? No, not that. What are you doing? What's in the barrel? What's in the barrel? Lot's expression softened a little, and it looked like it might have smiled, though it could have been a cramp. Oh dear. Oh, this is my ale. I made it myself. I know such as you would not understand its refined taste, says Lord. I don't want to. Or taste. It might be amazing. Lord might have made the most amazing ale ever. We're going to try it. The smooth, creamy taste of the ale turned out to be excellent. See, look, so you should go into the brewing business. Hey, blocker, don't drink too much. I'm going to sell it. It's excellent ale. Lord nods. He's pleased with his brew. We need to open an inn. Finn says it's a profitable business, and I've got a lot of debts to pay. Do you need help? Lord shrugged helplessly. In order to build an inn, you need tools. Where can we find tools? Let's look for lumberjacks. We'll rob travellers on the road. We're not going to rob people. Let's look for lumberjacks. Lord put the keg on his back, and you set off to the lumberjacks' plot. You made it there by evening. Okay, so we've arrived at the lumberjacks' camp, but all the lumberjacks have left, leaving their tools unattended. Do we take them, or do we wait for the lumberjacks? I think we have to wait for them, surely, because we can't use all that ourselves. We've got a little goblin, got Lord, and then we've got us. So we can't go and chop down loads of trees, because I don't know how to do that. I've got no idea. Let's wait for the lumberjacks to come back. A few tired lumberjacks sat around a fire singing sad songs about hard work. Offer the lumberjacks work. Offer to taste the ale. Okay, that might be quite good. Let's offer them a little taste of the ale, and then maybe if we go, hey, do you know what? If you want some more of this, come and build us an entire building, please. Yeah, do that, please. Lord didn't understand your idea, but agreed to treat the lumberjacks to their hard work. The lumberjacks got drunk and began to dance around the fire. The lumberjack trips, falling onto the barrel of ale and shattering it. The ale inside seeps into the ground. Oops, oh no, Lord's going to be furious. Lord blames you for everything. The sight of spilled ale all over the ground makes him furious, and he rushes to fight you in a blind rage. Oh no, not again. Right, 3 hearts this time, so we can take 2 hits and we'll be okay. 3rd and then it's bad. Your foe swings wildly with his right hand almost desperately. Okay, block, move to the left. I think move to the left last time didn't do anything, so let's try and block it. Okay, you covered your face with your hands. His blow hurts, but at least it's not in the face. Okay, that's good. So next up, your foe lunged, flying at you. Dodge and roundhouse kick. I think we've tried both of those and they both failed before. Let's try and dodge. Okay, you gracefully moved to the side and stuck out your leg, tripping your enemy. Okay, the howling of wolves sounded from nearby, distracting your enemy. Roundhouse kick or listen. If there's wolves nearby, do we not want to stop this silly fight and possibly run away? Because if we don't, we might get mauled to death by some wolves. Let's listen to what's happening. Oh, bother us, and you were briefly distracted, but a sharp blow to the stomach reminded you that you were in the middle of a fight. Oh, in the end, you kicked the pants off of Lord. You kicked him so hard that eventually he stopped breathing. Well, no, maybe I'm not happy with that. I don't want to kick him into death. I just want to kick him so he goes away. Oh, right, okay, we're going to leave that. That's fine. We've received the title of monster. Bypassing the body of the unfortunate dead creature, you continued your way. Oh no. Right, burnt house is closed. Let's head to the academy then. Hello, academy. A tower loomed ahead, just as Finn had said. By noon, you've reached the entrance. Okay, look around. What have we got going on here? The tower is surrounded by benches, several beds, a greenhouse, and a goat on a leash. I assume several beds means like plant beds, and we're not sleeping under the stars or whatever. Okay, go to the entrance. What's happening? You headed toward the massive oak door. The motionless clay statue stays next to it. Okay, the door is locked. You almost turned to leave, but out of the corner of your eye, you noticed how the clay statue began to move. Okay, so run or stand confidently. Okay, given that this is some sort of magic academy, we're going to stand confidently and see what happens. And it's probably going to bash us in the head or something. The clay statue clumsily turned toward you. It doesn't look dangerous. Okay, that's quite good to know. Ah, Clay. Hello, Clay. Who are you and why did you come here? Okay, push it. I need to see Callistratus. I'm just a wayfarer. Okay, go down the middle one because Finn told us that name. So let's use that name. Now I wonder if we hadn't have spoken to Finn, would we have had that option? I bet we wouldn't. Callistratus thinks for himself when and whom he needs to see. Okay, so let me go. You stupid piece of clay. I'm a prince. I'm a peasant. Let's be truthful. I'm a prince. The spell of truth is broken. The door is open. There you go. Telling the truth worked. Okay, the door opened a passage into a large round hall. A young man stepped out of the darkness. Okay, student, hello, you look terrible. How many nights have you spent in the forest, newbie? I came to see Callistratus. I need to stay overnight. I came to see this mysterious chappie. I've never even seen him. It is said he only comes here on the day of the exam. What kind of test is the exam? I'd like to rest. Okay, maybe I'd like to have a little bit of a rest. The student brought you to a small dining room and got you some food from the cellar. Let's eat this porridge, I assume it is, some sort of thing. You ate your fill, you feel a little better, but now you're sleepy. Do I not recover a thing? Sometimes when we eat, we recover health and sometimes we don't. Okay. You can rest in the corner of the storeroom. Finn will decide what to do with you tomorrow. Who is Finn? Why are you being nice to me? Thank you. Okay, we've met Finn. That's okay. Why are you being nice to me? Let's ask that. Callistratus teaches us to be kind to everyone. You never know who will help you later in life. Okay, thank you. That's insincere. No, thank you. I like that. That's good. One of the students leads you to a storeroom where you passed out almost immediately. Okay. Are we still alive? Right, okay, yeah, we're still alive. This is good. We didn't get murdered in our sleep or whatever. It's Finn. Hi, Finn. Is it you again? Wonderful. I'd begun to think the wolves had eaten you alive. Ah, you see? The wolves. I knew it was worth listening out for them. Maybe if we'd have carried on the fight, we might have got mauled to death by wolves. Okay, so where can I find Callistratus? What are you doing here? Okay, so where can I find the chappie you told us to talk to? Ha ha, eager, aren't you? I've only personally seen Callistratus once during an exam. You can't meet with him that easily. I want to take the exam. I want to study for the exam. I mean, whilst we're here, do we want to study for the exam? I kind of feel like people would recognise if we just said, look, can you go and just bring a messenger here and say the prince is here? They should go and sort that out. But okay, I want to study for an exam. I've got no idea what I'm studying. Since you're here, you might as well study at the academy. Lessons will start tomorrow. I'll teach you how to brew a potion. Okay, alright, sounds wonderful. A student with a scar on his face says everyone should explore the secret room. Hey, we've got a scar on our face too. Join or pass by? Join, yeah, let's go to the secret room. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, a student beat you up in a dark room and took all your food supplies. Okay, that could go wrong. That's precisely what could go wrong. That right there. In the morning, you went to a classroom on the second floor. You saw several alchemy tables with various devices and ingredients, and a clay statue standing motionless against the far wall. Okay, so go to a free table, ask the students about supplies. Yeah, do I have to buy these in or what? Let's ask about supplies. This is an alembic, and these are communicating vessels. This is our distiller. Ah, and another thing, don't touch the dragon leaf with your bare hands. Wear gloves. Ah, okay. That was quite handy there. So maybe had we not done this, we'd touch a dragon leaf with our bare hands, and we would have, erupted in flame or whatever. Okay, so do that. We've now got some gloves. Wonderful. Eventually Finn entered the room and the class began. Oh, so Finn's a teacher. Okay, I thought maybe Finn was a student, but no, he appears to be teaching as well. Maybe he's kind of doing both. Maybe he does a little bit of teaching of the stuff that he's really good at, and he's learning new stuff as well, which is more advanced. I don't know, but okay, so Finn says, today's lesson is easy, making a transformation potion. Let's get through it quickly. So take the wolf's ramson. Okay, so that plant there, which looks like grass, that plant there, which is some sort of blue petals, or look at another student's work, because we've got no idea. I'd guess it's that one. I'd guess it's that, but I don't know. Let's look at another student's work. The student sitting at the table next to you added purple grass to the mixture. I mean, that's grass and that's purple. I'm going to go for that one. That looks purple. You added mysterious herb. Okay, is that good? Now add the next ingredient, cedar oil cake. Okay, so it's either some sort of green powdery stuff, or that thing there, like a little mushroom with a wonderful hat on it, which I quite like. Okay, let's look at somebody else. Ah, the clay statue saw you looking at other students' work and kicked you back to your desk. And they kicked us so hard that we died again. We've been kicked by a clay statue. Oh dear, danger lurks at every turn. You better get used to it. I didn't think I'd get, horribly murdered in my magic school. It's not like Hogwarts. Okay, well, hang on a minute. Academy. Oh, we've got to do all this again. Right, hang on. Let's get back to where we were before. We're going to do all the same stuff again. But I'll try not to get brutally murdered this time. And, hang on. We did that before, didn't we? What we'll do is Try and find the same things we did, because that was the truth thing. Then somebody appears. I came to that person, but we won't go and look at the secret room because we got beaten up in the secret room, and that took us down to 1 heart. So, yeah, I'd like to rest. So they give us some food. That's fine. Then we went to sleep. Why are you being nice to me? Thank you very much. All that kind of stuff. Right, here we go. So we're back here. Chat to Finn. I want to study. All right. Okay, don't join. Oh, call the clay. Oh, so we call... Oh, hang on. Noises come from the cellar of the tower. You look inside and notice some students having fun. Oh, it's a different thing this time. Okay. Let's go and join in. Nope, we got beat. Oh, no, hang on. No, we didn't get beaten up. we partied too hard. You party all night and drink a mysterious elixir that makes you convulse. Brilliant. Okay. Is it called rum, the mysterious elixir? Because that's happened before. Okay, right. So here we are back at the thing. Ask about supplies. Don't touch the dragon leaf. We've got some gloves. Okay, so the wolf's ramson. Yeah. Which one do we go for, though? Because they said purple grass. That looks like grass. That's purple. We're going to go for that one. You added that thing. Add the next ingredient, cedar oil cake. So we can't look at another student's work because the clay monster thing is going to kill us to death. We've got to pick one of these things here. 50-50. Cedar oil cake. I think that doesn't look like anything that's going to be cedar oil cake. Cedar is a tree. And that looks like maybe you could have got that from a tree. If you get a bit of tree and grind it down to a powder, it might be that. That doesn't look anything like cedar. Why would that be cedar oil cake? That's got to be, shroomy nice hat or something. So we'll go for that. Seems like something you need. And the last ingredient of the potion is ratty flour. Okay. So not that. That's going to be the dragon leaf, because that is a leaf with fire around the edge. Grey powder or white powder? Do you get white rats? Rats are normally grey. Let's go for grey powder. You mixed all the ingredients together in the pots and created a potion. If you brewed the potion correctly, it should turn you into a rat for a few seconds. Show me your results if you're confident in it. Drink the potion or pour the potion out. Do you know what? We can always get back to the same point. Let's have a drink of the potion. Oh, it worked. The concoction worked. You were suddenly reduced to the size of a rat, and instead of your normal voice, you let out a squeak. It only lasted for half a minute, though. We're an adept of alchemy. Oh, that's wonderful. That's all for today. In an hour, we'll go to the greenhouse to do some weeding. You're free until then. Okay, so we go and have a little lie down in our room. Okay. You spend several weeks training at the academy. Time seems to fly by in the blink of an eye. You've had a wonderful time. However, every time you've asked to meet with Callistratus, you've been met with the same answer. Wait for the exam. Okay, so when's the exam? The student with the scar on his face invites you to try the magic stone. What do I do with the magic stone? What am I trying? Am I holding it? Juggling it? Licking it? What am I doing with the magic stone? I'm going to try the magic stone. It gives us a heart back. Philosophical thoughts have begun to visit you, and the day went excellent. Okay, so it improved our mental health, which gave us an extra heart. Okay, that's really good. Finn called all the new students to the first floor for an important announcement. Go. Okay, you become used to the academy now. It is time for your first test. If you want to stay and continue studying for the exam, you must bring me a 1-year-old snowdrop. Okay, how do we do that? It grows in the white forest to the north of here. It doesn't matter how you get it. All that matters is that you do. Okay, so we can either throw our toys out the pram and have a bit of a strop. Damn it, why can't I just see Callistratus? Okay, so get grumpy. Or how does a 1-year-old snowdrop even look like? Or what does a 1-year-old snowdrop even look like? Okay, that's a good question. Finn remembered your first meeting at the bridge and decided to help you. Okay, listen carefully. If you follow the glade, you'll reach a river, cross the bridge. Then you'll find a grove, which is where I found my first snowdrop. It has a spiral stem. You can't miss it. Okay, so thank you. So he's told us where to go. I'm trying to remember where that was. So glade, river, bridge, grove. Glade, river, bridge, grove. It's all going to be fine. Okay, so glade, river, bridge, grove. Okay, so we can go to the ruined hut, or we can go to the white forest. Glade, river, bridge. So there's the bridge. So there's the grove. Okay, go to the white forest. Ignore the hut. Unexpected event. Okay, hello. An old woman with a basket asks you to help cross the highway, although it's completely empty. Well, let's help her over then. Because we're not monsters. Easy peasy. You've taken the old woman across an empty highway. In gratitude, she treated you to raspberries. And we got another heart. That was fantastic. Thank you, old lady. You reached the edge of a white forest. You are suddenly assaulted by a bitter cold. You didn't dress warmly enough for such weather. Okay, so we can either do a dance, look for somewhere to spend the night, or do some squats. I mean, that might be good for our glutes or whatever, but is it going to be, making us warm enough? I don't know. Let's look for somewhere to spend the night. That would make sense. There wasn't a single house nearby. You decide to go back to the forest to look for the snowdrop. Hearing a roar, you turn around and see a snow leopard behind you. Great. Lure the animal, run away, pretend to be an icicle. Let's pretend to be an icicle. Considering you're covered in fine ice, you really managed to do it. That worked, did it? That worked! Okay, wonderful. You decide to continue your search for the snowdrop. After walking along the path for a while, you finally reach the glade. Okay, look for a snowdrop in the dense forest. Look for the snowdrop along the glade. Chappie did tell us that the snowdrop was in the glade. It seems there have been a lot of people here recently. You see quite a lot of footsteps, but not a single snowdrop. You see red berries on the background of snow. They clearly stand out. Okay, we're at full health, so we don't really need to eat the berries. Don't eat those. It seems due the bush is staring plaintively at your back as you leave. You are caught in a snowstorm. You can hear dogs howling from afar. Go back or look further. We've got to keep looking. Got to keep looking. You come to the glade. Oh, I thought we're already at the glade, but okay, that's fine. The blizzard has gotten worse. You can barely see a foot in front of you now. The howling sound has grown even closer. You do not think those are regular dogs. Okay, run left into the forest. Run right into a frozen river. Okay, neither seems good. We have got 3 hearts, so we could potentially take a little bit of cold damage by going into the river. Let's go to the river. You find yourself on the shore of a frozen river. The ice looks pretty solid, but there's only one way to find out. Look for the snowdrop on the shore. We might get mauled to death by snow wolves, but at least we can be picking flowers as it happens. That'll be nice. You looked around the entire area, but only managed to find some frozen poop. No snowdrops here. The biting cold is seeping into your clothes. You can see a bridge ahead leading over the river. Okay, cross the river using the bridge, cross over the ice to get to the other side. If there's a bridge, we're going to use the bridge. The bridge turned out to be safe. You crossed easily. Yeah, why would we risk falling into the river if there's a bridge? You made it to the other side of the river. Your legs and arms are numb from the cold. Okay, warm ourselves up. You rub your hands together, but all you feel is a strong tingling sensation. You're pretty sure that dancing won't help either. Are we dying? You're beginning to succumb to the cold when suddenly you notice a dark, hooded silhouette approaching you. Run, ask for help, stay still. Let's stay still, shall we? Your feet are blue from the cold and frozen to the ground. Who is it? The stranger cleared a small place next to you and threw dry branches onto the ground. A few moments later, a small fire flared to life. Warm hands by the fire. Let's warm up first. Bother. Your limbs are tingling with a sharp pain. You don't feel so good. Okay, it's a new person with amazing hair. You look wonderful. After a moment, the stranger took off their hood. It turned out to be a young girl. Okay, hello. I try and talk to her. She ignores us. The girl pokes at the fire with a stick. Who are you? Thanks for saving me. What are you doing here? I'm going to say thanks because we're going to be polite. Otherwise you'd be fodder for those beasts. Says Alice. Okay, hello Alice. What are you doing here? Alice let out a deep sigh as she stared at the fire. Seems like she doesn't want to talk. I hunt wolves. Okay, move closer. Why? I'm looking for the 1-year-old snowdrop. Oh, you're one of the idiots from the academy. Are you here looking for weeds too? I've seen plenty of boys like you, frozen in the snowdrifts. Okay, I need the flower. What do you have against the academy? I need the flower. Well, if you really need it, there's a meadow to the north, half a verst from here. There are a lot of snowdrops there. Maybe the one you're looking for is there too. Go to the meadow. Won't we die? Won't we freeze to death if we do this? You stumble across a meadow filled with snowdrops. Look for the snowdrop. We did it. Item received, 1-year-old snowdrop. After an hour of searching, you found a flower with a purple stem in the shape of a spiral. Hooray! You finally made your way through the forest and out the other side. Taking a look around, you notice a tall, grand-looking house up on a far-off hill. Get out of the forest. Okay, so go to the exam, Go to the rich yard. Oh, that's the fancy house. That's the fancy house that we can go to. Okay, that's exciting. So we've got either, yeah, the rich yard, the ruined hut, or back to the exam. I don't think we go back down here, can we? We've been gone too long from those options. So, okay, so yeah, fancy house, ruined hut, or back to the exam, because we now have the little kind of snowdrop thing, which is wonderful. I think what we do is we finish up for now, but we come back to this because we have many unanswered questions that I would like to get some answers for. So I think we need to come back and just make a little mini series out of this possibly, which I wasn't expecting to do. The previous game, we did that in one video. It was all completed in one sitting, and I thought that would be the same for this one, but no, it seems quite big. There's a lot going on. There's a slightly bigger world, I think, and there's a lot more happening. And there's a weird fish over there. Don't go over in that direction. But yeah, so I think we have to come back just to try and find out what's going on. I mean, back at the castle, are we still presumed missing? Are we presumed dead? Is there a new monarch over there? What's happening? Why are there not search parties out looking for us? And then over here in the sort of exam thing, can we pass the exam? Do we nip over to the fancy house over there? What happened with the assassins who tried to kill us early on? I do not know, but there are many things going on, and I can't leave us there. I can't just sort of wrap things up with us out in a big snowy wilderness, having picked up some sort of very special snowdrop flower thing. I can't just leave it. We have to carry on, and I'd like to know what happens in the story. So we're going to come back to this and see what happens and carry on the tale of our lost prince and just see what's going on. But yeah, we'll do that next time out. Hopefully you have enjoyed this. If you have, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Choice of Life Middle Ages 2. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. There we go, the King and Kettle. It's Rob the God, he's a hero, he is Rob the God. He's got a feather in his cap, he's got a beard. This could be the planty room. We could have so many plants. Hang on. I feel like there's a book here to be written. We've got the Executioner and the Nun.